Welcome everybody, my name is Ola El Hosseini. In this tutorial I am going to show you how to use AND function. The first thing we have to know when to use AND function. We use the AND function when we have multiple conditions and we want to evaluate it and be sure all the conditions return true. The AND function returns true if all the conditions evaluate to true and return false if one or more conditions evaluate to false. We can evaluate up to 255 conditions. When we use the AND function or any type of logical function, we have to know the comparison operator. Like this is the greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal, equal. Let me show you how to use the AND function. In this example, I want to compare between the month's sales and I want to return true if there is a growing and return false if there is a shrink. Let me show you how to do this. The first step, I have to highlight the cell which I want to type the AND in the cell. And I can type the formula by using the wizard. So I press the F6. From select a category, I select logical. Then I select AND and press OK. The first step, I have to specify my condition, so I want to compare between the March sales and February sales. So I select D4. I want to be sure the March sales is greater than or equal February sales, so I select C4. This is the first condition. Then I press logical 2 because I want to specify the second condition. In this condition, I want to be sure the February sales is greater than or equal January sales. So I select C4 and I want to be sure if it is greater than or equal January. So I select B4 and press OK. And copy down my formula by double click the corner like this. If you notice, this one return true because all the condition return true. In this one, the AND return false because there is one condition return false because February sales is less than January sales. In this one, AND return false because all the condition return false. Okay? And we can use the AND function with F function. Because if we want to return another thing or another value instead of true or false. Let me show you how to do this. In this example, I want to know if there is a growing or shrink in my sales. If there is a growing, I want to return up, and if there is a shrink, I want to return down. Let me show you how to do this. In this time, I am going to type the formula in the formula bar. So I select the formula bar and type equal and type F. If you don't know the F function, you can watch my video or my tutorial in F function. okay? And type the opening parentheses. And in the logical test, I am going to use AND function because I have multiple conditions. So I type and type opening parentheses and specify the first condition. I want to compare between the March sales and February sales, so I select D4. If it is greater than or equal February sales, C4. And I want to specify the second condition, so I have to type the list separator. In this case, I am going to use comma separator like this, and then specify the second condition. I want to compare between the February sales and January sales, so I select C4. If it is greater than or equal January sales, so I select B4. And close and type the closing parentheses like this. If the AND return true, I want to type up. So I have to type separator and type the up keyword. So I type double quotation, then type up, double quotation. I have to type double quotation around any text. Otherwise, I want to return down. So I type comma and type down. And type the closing parentheses and press enter. And copy down the formula in the column by double-click the corner, like this. In this one, there is a growing in my sale, so the if function return up, because all the condition in the AND function evaluated to true. In this one, the if function return down, because there is a shrink between the February sales and January sales. In this one, there is a shrink because the March sales is less than February sales and February sales is less than January sales. I hope this tutorial is useful for all of you. Thank you so much and see you in another tutorial.